Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, The Wrestling Show proudly presents to you its second longest, mostly weekly episodic show in its history, After Fucking Dark. Welcome, everybody. First thing we'll point out is I have a nickname for me and every other person on this show that when we team together and do a show, we have it. Started with Travis with the Tree Horseman. Travis is now gone. Me and Fatman became the Fat Horseman. Tonight, I guess we'll officially claim the Sleazy Horseman have arrived.
I appreciate it. I love being here.
Listen, I love having you here because After Dark does not exist without you because you help so much in Canadian internet and shit for streaming. So, like, you do, like, I get it, but I'll put you over more than Fatman. I still can't put you in the Hall of Fame yet, but I'll put you over more than Fatman. Put you over.
I've always had my opinions about the Hall of Fame.
Fuck yeah, we're fixing that when you do those shots now, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Deet says he had a shot.
I told you to just find 5 shitty things to shoot. We'll just have it done. Just tell the boys to pick what's in your house. So, for anybody listening to Tuesday, boys didn't do their job. They did an interview with Angel Duvall.
Yes.
Oh, shit, I got the name right.
Not only did you get the name right, it was an amazing interview. If you don't watch the main show, you just watch After Dark, which good on you if you do.
Thank you.
Go back and watch the live stream of Tuesday's show. Really great interview. I'll put the liner notes and once again put her over. She was a great group of gals.
That's the best way to put it.
I get right. But yeah, great time. It was just lovely.
And I do enjoy when we have people on and then like the interview goes really well because again it brings extra eyes and stuff like that on that we don't normally see. So hopefully they tag along, they follow the page, and we get into it. So because of that, tonight, to start off After Dark, me and Sleazy are going to talk about Crown Jewel. The good, the bad, the different. Well, I'm sorry, me, Sleazy, and Dickhead's Notebook are going to talk about Crown Jewel. Because Fatman, once again, no shows Thursday nights. He's like Triple H, but like ordered from Wish and spits cum. Like, fuck.
I mean, that's a pretty accurate description.
Blah, 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 blah. I want to steal his shit because we're talking about it, but it's more of a free range shit, which I like about After Dark too, because it's not as stressful. I have, apparently, friend of the show, John Canton's review with a star rating. I also decided, because I've been in love with cage match lately, just looking at shit, that I have cage matches, their votes, and the exact card went down. Anybody watch the pre-show? It was fucking 2 hours long. I'd say it was on in the background for me, because when there's long pre-shows, I just like to have it on, watch their shit, and talking their stuff. Right. They might have done something important on the pre-show, talking about things. I didn't pay enough attention until the main show started. Yourself?
Right. Oh, absolutely not. Fuck that. Part of me just doesn't. Okay, full disclosure. I have Peacock. Okay, I have Peacock with ads. I fucking hate ads. It's no joke that it's probably the worst thing in the world for me is to have ads on a pay-per-view that you would be paying for. When they changed to Peacock and did all that shit, it just got worse and worse and worse. But I suffered through this after the fact. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it later on. That day, I think. Yeah, I actually watched it that day.
It was an early show. I love Crown Jewel shows for that, to be quite honest. I don't give a fuck about people. Oh, it's blood money. Vince McMahon. Vince got a line go to still at him. Nobody's bitching about TKO wanting blood money, but midday pay-per-views are great. Fuck off.
Oh, no. I stick to my convictions, however flawed they are, and that is absolutely still blood money. But once again, money with blood on it still spends.
Actually, a bit more questions, but yes, sir, you are correct. It's full spends.
After the third question, you don't get the money. So fuck off. Yeah.
Fair. So
and just a quick aside here, because we don't do this enough, bringing up cage match, because I really believe that out of all the things that we do in terms of, you know, this guy says it's 3 stars, that guy says 4 stars, I think cage match is the most.
Don't say it.
I don't want to say accurate, but I do want to say that it's at least more people throwing their opinion on it at once. So there's a little bit more of a standardization of it. I'm not going to say it's accurate necessarily, but I'm
accurate or not, for me with cage match, realistically, what kills me about it is so many people will get on, AEW fans, WWE fans, wherever, and they will overrate their shit and underrate other shit. And that's what kills me about a cage match for the most of the time. Mm-hmm. Like, one of my questions, what was the highest rated premium live event, pay-per-view, or whatever, in terms of how many people voted on it, was WrestleMania this year. Both nights. Night 1 and night 2 were 1 and 2 with like 700 votes each. So it was so active socially. I like that part of cage match. Mm-hmm. But the straight ratings,
yeah, because I think the top ratings of the ratings, the number ratings themselves. Let me, before I say that, I'm going to look it up just to make sure. Yeah, it is still this case. In terms of the highest rated shows, WrestleMania doesn't even crack.
We were 20. Through this. Yeah. Just this alone, before we even get into it, because let's put cage match over anyways. Yeah. In the first category that pops up under the top list, it's the top 100 with at least 100 votes on them. Hana Kimura Memorial Produced Matinee from 2021 was rated 9.87 with 133 votes. In second place was the night, the Brody Lee tribute, which was rated 9.84 with 343 votes. So right off the bat, the askew on how they're fucking doing things.
Oh, yeah. Those shows were memorable. They were enjoyable, but they were meant to give love to the people that they're memorializing in the shows. From a perspective of how good a quality of that show is, they should not be up there.
Second drop-down list. Oh, no, I get it. Second drop-down list I got is just the top 100 shows by votes alone. They've had so many votes for that shows. The top 5 being WrestleMania 40 Sunday with 761. WrestleMania 40 Saturday with 747. All Out 2021 with 674. WrestleMania 39 Saturday with 666. And I kind of want to go vote just to change that. And in fifth was All Out London 2024 with 648. The other shows that had more than 600 votes on them is All Out London 2023 and AEW Revolution 2024. Yeah. So, like, again, all recent shit. The oldest one that was there, like if you count one that's not in 2020, by the looks of how this all broke down, would be WrestleMania X7, which had 567 votes. And that's still stuck in between SummerSlam 2024, Rumble 2024, Forbidden Door 2023, Backlash France, AEW Dynasty, WrestleMania 39 Sunday. The next one that's anywhere close to being further away, Money in the Bank 2011.
Yeah, it's so
recently biased for votes.
And that's the thing, is that when you have something that's been around that long and it's gotten bigger and bigger over the years, like having Jericho put it over helped a lot. Let's be frank here. But the reality is that really 750 votes out of all the professional wrestling fans in the world, they only have 750 votes for the most voted WrestleMania or most voted show.
Okay,
that's not a lot if you think about it.
When you think of if everybody in the arena had voted that night, like, and that many cell phones, yeah, that's crazy to think.
10% of the arena votes.
Real number or not, 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane when you think about the numbers that way. Mm-hmm. So now we go to the opening contest of Blood Money 2024. I had to get it in. Fuck it, I had to say it. Crown Jewel 2024 opened up with inning 6. It was OGs versus the new Gs. Bloodline versus Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tamatanga, because Tangaloa can't fucking work. Versus Roman Reigns and the Ooze.
Oh!
Thank you. Boys went 16 minutes and 35 seconds. The new Bloodline won. I'll open us up because that shocked the ever-loving shit on me on what the finish was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It is the third. Was it third clean loss?
Yeah.
Third pinfall loss for Roman Reigns?
Yeah, I think it was the 4th loss and 3rd clean
pinfall loss. I know. Pinfall. For pinfall wise, I know Cody, Jay,
yep,
Solo, Corbin, Eric Rowan.
Yep.
And Shane McMahon were the last 6 people to pin Roman Reigns. Listen to that list again. Right? Eric Rowan, Shane McMahon, Baron Corbin, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, Solo Sikoa. What the fuck?
God damn. What a fucking roster. Now there's my Wyatt 6 right there.
Oh, man. The fact that Bray Wyatt didn't pin him, when you think about that.
Yeah, right?
I'm a fan of trios matches, and I'm a fan of when WWE do Bloodline in anything because the rules are so fucking lax. It brings me back to the old ECWs.
Oh,
that were just, but like they did it on NXT. All the rest of the matches tonight, the referee will use their own discretion because they're in the ECW arena, 2300 arena. So like it was cool, but every time I see Bloodline wrestle, I know it's going to be the most lax referee rules, and it's still not as bad as what fucking AEW refs can be sometimes. So like, I've come to appreciate it, but I'm not going to bitch about refs. I don't really bitch about AEW anymore. If I'm watching AEW, I know what's coming. This 6-man tag was great. Nothing else on this card should have opened this card because this is not your main event because Roman's not your champ no more. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of the pack anywhere, especially with, to me, the fact that Solo pins Roman clean, this was the perfect way to open it. Now, I know we each have somebody's reviews to give. So we'll do our own. We'll do our own first, and then we'll talk about the boss.
Sounds Sleazy. Good. So I was conflicted at first about them opening with this because I thought it was... I guess I was surprised that they didn't bookend it with the 2 Crown Jewel matches. And then looking back after the fact, yeah, this was the right call. What a fucking... Okay, the match itself was a house show match with a shock ending. The storytelling of the match, though, from the moment OG's theme comes on to them literally going to black, masterful storytelling. All sorts of little like bits and pieces throughout the entire thing, having Sammy down, doing all sorts of different shit like that. Absolutely wonderful. The match itself is good. It was a good trios match, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I need to go back and watch that type of thing. So I gave it 3.5 stars.
You agree with John Canton, who also gave this 3.5 stars.
Okay.
How about Fatman? Is this his first 5-star rated match of the evening?
Okay, so this is his review. I thought it was a good match, but wasn't great. Solo pinning Roman was kind of a shock, but made sense to the story. Sammy showing up was predictable, but him accidentally kicking Roman wasn't. So that was a nice added wrinkle. 5 stars.
Wow. His man's on fire for this show tonight.
Unbelievable. I can't believe he's 5 stars. I can't believe
open? That's crazy that a pay-per-view opened with 5 stars to him. He's so jaded sometimes. I'm glad he's opened his mind.
I agree. Sometimes he just needs to. I think part of the reason why, now, you didn't get this from me, but I had heard that he watched this show with his girlfriend.
That is a nasty rumor. I'll allow it. I will allow it so much. So good. As it just kills me. That's what's killing me. Fuck. It's so funny. See, fuck you, fat man, getting a girlfriend making me die.
That worked out perfectly. That could have gone better. I tried.
So our second match of the evening is probably Sleazy's match of the night. I'm psychic, I'm psycho, so I can predict this shit. It's a fatal 4-way match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Team Black Thunder took on Team Sky Pirates, took on Team NXT, took on the team that should have won, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Match went 12 minutes even. Team Black Thunder won the match. Sleazy, you are the women's wrestling jerk-offiest.
And that I did, sir. Actually, I'm going to start with Fatman's rating because I think this was interesting. It was better than expected. Of course, the Asians were the sloppiest. Sleazy loves sloppy Asians. What? I do not. I like them neat, clean, and enjoyable to watch. Chelsea Green is just so great at doing absolutely nothing that it's insane at how well it works. He gave this 5 stars.
No way.
Which, I hate to break it to you, I agree. 5 stars. Fucking phenomenal. Maybe one of the best fatal 4-way women's tag team championship matches I've ever seen.
Would it have been 6 had the Sky Pirates won?
Oh, it would have been 7.
7 and just enough to beat Meltzer for Omega, was it?
Exactly.
7 and 3/5.
And 3/19. No, I thought it was a great match. It was my match of the night. You're not wrong on that, actually. I gave it 4 stars. Okay. Wow. I think that the wrong kids died, though. You're 100% Chelsea Green and Piper Niven should have won this. I thought they were going to do the title switch and start the breakup feud here.
I think that's coming to Rumble.
I guess so, because if you're not going to do it here, you might as well do it at the Rumble. But I thought there were like some miscommunication and Jade like fucking they lose the title and Jade fucking beats the shit out of Bianca. Call it a day. I didn't expect that.
I wouldn't turn Jade. Heels typically in our business lead the match. She's not leading no match.
That is absolutely true.
And as much as AEW went great with her, I'll give AEW the credit on how they booked her to be that dominant force. She was still the heel in most of those matches. The heel generally books. Belair has proven to be a good heel in NXT. We haven't really seen much of it on the main roster. Like, not a lot of it.
That's true, actually. You're right there. Yeah.
So when Black Thunder break up, it's obvious, like, it's going to be good. And when you think about the time frame from Survivor Series to the Rumble is near 2 months of TV time. There is not a pay-per-view. There's a Saturday night's main event in between. But big show-wise, there's not really a standout huge show. Kenton gave this 3 stars.
Wow.
I thought this match, and it put me in mind so much of the Mania 39 tag match, Street Profits, the Alpha Academy, Ricochet and Bryan, that had no right being as good as what it was. And it was just controlled chaos. But in a WWE way compared to other fans who control chaos. Mm-hmm. And that's what this match put me in mind of. I don't think it was as good as that match, but it was a good match. Like, that my whole time was like, wow. And like, Team NXT, Lash LaRue. If we get copyrighted over that, I'm so sorry.
I killed that music, I think. I stole that somewhere. But no, go ahead.
Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson showed up. And because of Noam Dar getting hurt, I think, because Osaya Mensah's had something else. He was feuding with Lexis King and Sean Spears. And I think these girls are now kind of going to be, they're getting fast-tracked up. And this was their kind of hello. And I think they shook everybody's hand and went, we're fucking here now.
I think that if you believe the rumors, this match never was supposed to exist here.
What are the rumors? And mostly I'm the one that brings up all the journalistic shit, right? So, like,
right?
I really like when other people do their fucking journalistic jobs.
I don't do that shit. How dare you?
Fuck you. We scroll Reddit too much.
According to the rumors, the original plan was not to have the Fatal 4-Way tag match here. It was to have Raquel versus Rhea Ripley.
Oh, Ripley's injured.
And Ripley got injured back in late October, I think. So they had to do an injury angle, so they ended up doing this here instead. And honestly, upgrade. Absolute upgrade. Because you got a lot of people on the show. Well, in the fact that you got a lot of people on the show that wouldn't have normally been on the show, and everyone showed up. And you got NXT over too a little bit.
8 women in a match in Saudi. And I gotta go back and just look at the first Saudi card, how long ago it was. We'll click.
It feels forever ago.
The first one was Crown Jewel, right? Oh no. WWE in Saudi Arabia is its own fucking attachment on Wikipedia. God love them. And the first part they talk about is women's rights. So this is technically, they did.
Lacey Evans?
The first one was Lacey and Natty. Was that the Crown Jewel?
Women's right.
I'm sorry. I'm not fully stoned yet from this marijuana cigarette I'm smoking.
It's fine. It's legal in every place that
we
physically are in.
Oh, yeah, you guys are. So it's not there. It's Super Showdown. Now we get the fun to see when that first match was. Super Showdown.
Was it Super Showdown? Or was that wasn't that the...
Oh, God, wasn't Super Showdown?
Oh, no, wait. The first Super Showdown was in Saudi.
Super Showdown, Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel 2019. That was the... stop ya, whore.
It's been 5 years since they started this? Jesus.
No, Natty versus Lacey Evans was on the Crown Jewel from 2019. That was the 4th Saudi show on the deal they had started. Because they did the Greatest Royal Rumble, Crown Jewel 2018, Super Showdown 2019. So the 4th show they had 1 versus 1. And was it Super Showdown was when Renee announced? Because she announced, So she announced one before, so it was showing that. Whether they're doing it for political or not, boys, the fact that many women have evolved on the shows in just 5 years of this plan that they wanted. To me, it shows the progression, and I hate like the ignorance to it after the fact, but it shows legit the progression on. There's clearly something working on this blood money shit, boys, because these women, regardless dressed head to toe in clothes, are allowed to be performing and do a craft that they love. They had to be forced to have their own pay-per-view to appease everybody when the first show happened. And now they're getting fucking 8 in a single match. Then they have it to like, it's crazy how, to me, the evolution from it all together is gone. And I think everybody that hates it should fuck off, because as much as dumb shit happens all the time, there clearly is some good coming out of this.
Right. And me being the liberal asshole that I am, to be fair, I will say that there has been some progression there, and that's not a bad thing. Do we know who's behind that? No, but you still have to clear that with the Saudi princes, because spoiler, they pranced them out here at the main event after the match.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they're not a part of it.
And realistically, when you look back at the evolution, they made those girls wrestling t-shirts, baggy ones, Natty and Lacey, with their logo on it. And now I get they're still in bodysuits, but them fucking bodysuits are hanging a lot tighter than they used to be over in Saudi. I'll tell you that much. Like, crazy.
I dare say Rhea's get up from last year, I want to say, year before, was probably the best circumstance of this is just normal wrestling attire. This isn't they're doing it for Saudi. It's just her style.
Natty essentially could have got away with that. Now I know Natty's had like the hip slips and like the cuts that way, but if you just made them pink, Natty's gear wouldn't have changed. Now Jax's gear don't change.
Yeah,
A lot of girls that like to wear sports bras or like the tank top he saws, obviously their gear is going to change. And again, it's how fucked up because Randy Orton go down in tight shorts, and just as the example, but it's still there's a lot of girls here that some of their gear don't really have to change. Not enough.
right.
Send
Not
them
enough to
over.
matter. Yeah.
Poor Alexa Bliss and that biscuit butt. That'd have to change. That, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Sorry. You're not competing for any titles in Crown Jewel.
No. Match 3 of this evening, sir. Big Bronson Reed, Seth freaking Rollins. Boys win 20 minutes, 20 seconds. John Canton said this match was 3.5 stars. Wrong kid died.
100% here. What the fuck were they thinking?
I know what they were thinking, but I go on your right and I'll tell you what I think they're thinking. What I think you think I'm thinking. So this loss doesn't hurt him. It does not hurt Bronson Reed. And everybody says that this loss hurts Bronson Reed. Don't watch fucking wrestling. Seth Rollins has not been able to keep this man down at all. Even when he beat him. When you go back there ring and Seth's going, man, like walking up the ramp, there's a mad, angry, bloody Bronson Reed staring back at you. And if you include the next night in Raw where Bronson murders him again, like, but I still believe the wrong kid died. Personally, I would have put Bronson Reed over here. I think Bronson win is coming. Depends on Punk. Really, truly depends on Punk. Because if they're doing Seth and Punk at Mania, Seth's not losing. Right. If they're not doing Seth and Punk at Mania, there's where you put Bronson Reed over Seth.
I would agree.
Long go to get there. But Bronson Reed's going to have to keep being beaten down. And keep... he barely lost the last Monster Standing match. He got curb stomped on the hood of a car and still put fucking Seth Rollins through a bunch of tables. Bronson Reed is their next medium big thing. And with Triple H there, basically, I think that he knows what he's doing at this point.
Well, that makes a really great point. This actually reminds me of somebody very specific. Whenever they needed a credible challenger to a babyface champion in the 90s, who did they call?
In the 90s?
Yeah, 90s. It was 90s.
This is one of the bits. Oh, I can steal that bit tonight with you. Perfect. This is one of the bits I wanted to steal for the show. Again, I can answer you the weirdest fucking shit questions on trivia, but now you've asked me something such a broad answer, I should know my mind goes, Bam Bam?
I'll give you a hint. It usually involves not a steel chair, but a chair. Usually. Because you do this bit all the time. Haku. They would build Haku up to be the credible challenger to the babyface champion, whoever it was, when they didn't really have an idea of where they wanted to go long term. So they'd have Haku murder the fuck out of people for like 3 months, and then hot shot him to the challenger, to Hogan or whoever you wanted to do it against, and then he would lose, and then he'd go right back down the card, and he'd be gone for like a year, and then all of a sudden they needed another, credible heel challenger. Monster. So they need Haku again. So he's going to go on 3 months of killing fucking jobbers. That's what this feels like. I hope that's not the case. And feeding, I don't want to say he's feeding him to Seth, because you're absolutely right. Even though he lost, he looked fucking
like a beast.
Yeah. So it wasn't that bad. I do have a problem with fuck your finish a bunch of times, but when you have something like this, I can kind of forgive it a little bit. 2.5 stars. I thought it was fine. It was an okay match for a house show.
Wow. And middle of the card, too.
Yeah, middle of the card, middle of the star rating. Fatman said, fuck y'all finish, and also fuck y'all finish again. I thought the wrong kid died, but they're extending the feud, so let's hope Reed gets the win there. 5 stars.
Wow. This has to be a record. Has 3 matches in a row with 5 stars. Has to be a record. And this stuff, it's on air. Doesn't it have to officially go into our stats?
I will be putting it in our stats.
Okay,
eventually. One of these days, I will actually have the database up. I have the history or some of the history of the wrestling show star ratings and stuff, but I haven't gotten around to actually turning it into the database, and that's a lot of work.
I have a WordPad document opened up with the entire scorecard championship history that we have.
All what are we up to, like 25 or 30 of them if you include all the old trivia stuff too?
Oh no, I meant the scorecards, like the scorecards.
Yeah,
PW scorecards.
Yeah,
that makes me really want to go back to like cherry pick those. But like, if it's trivia, outside of that one fucking random time that Chip won because we didn't do the rest of the shit, Fatman won the first one. Me and Fatman tied the second one. Nobody's beaten me for trivia since. Jeopardy has been all open, and it's been fun because it's so much random, and we haven't talked about Kevin J. Callis affirmative enough yet.
You got it so quickly in, I couldn't.
I had you. I was just like, pop, 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 to get right. But, yeah, so I have actually, the website will be up soon for most of this shit.
Yeah, it's just a question of when.
So now we talk about our second title match. That's not a title match, but it is a title match.
Okay, before we actually talk about the match, let's talk about the titles themselves. What is your opinion on the titles?
Who cares? It's like a tour. The fact that all the ye people, and yeah, I said ye people, are in such a fucking uproar about this. Who cares? Nobody. Oh, it's too much. King of the Ring, deadly. Owen Hart Trophy, Cup, Tournament, deadly. Anything like that, to me, cool. Bragging rights, best in the world, best tag team in the world. It's a gimmick for the fucking pay-per-view, and they turned it into a moneymaker because the belts stay there. The people get the ring, the cool little ring that the winners of the match get. Like, why in a sports and entertainment business that purposely wants you to not take it so seriously, to enjoy it to the fullest, are you fucking taking it so seriously to not enjoy it? Those belts look fucking gorgeous.
Oh, I'm not going to complain about the belts.
They look, and the funny comment is they look like Triple H's logo. Fuck the Elimination Chamber, and out came the cum shot of a belt.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Every time I look at them, like, clearly Triple H that made those belts. Oh, man, but I always think Elimination Chamber when I see it. Like, both those, so that was the Triple H's logo, and Elimination Chamber, fuck, that had a baby. Those belts came out. Gorgeous belts. I'll say it again. I don't understand the outrage towards it. Are you one of those? And if you are, explain to me what the outrage is.
I'm not outraged. Well, first of all, before I even start, I need to, Okay, so
yeah. First off, you're having more fun on After Dark because we get to do this shit. And it's fucking great.
Yeah, I do. I have stupid amounts of fun here. I'm not.
What's the problem with the belts?
I don't have a problem specifically with the belts.
Fuck you. That's like saying no, but.
But yeah, don't worry. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the but. I guess the problem I have is that I don't think it's going to matter in a year anyway, because I don't think it's no different than the greatest Royal Rumble title. You know what I mean? I think that's where my problem is that I think it's just going to be a throwaway thing, and then they're never going to reference it again ever because they're ridiculous belts, and it was only meant to put into the WWE experience in Saudi, which, by the way, is fine.
As long as you concede next year when they do this again that you were wrong.
Yeah,
because
it's
not, to me, I take the annoying positively stance on this. Mm-hmm. They've taken away Survivor Series brand dealing champion versus champion match and placed it on the pay-per-view before Survivor Series in a place where normally they don't really have any storylines. So you write yourself a great storyline that doesn't take these people out of any other storyline. Like, at the end of the day, Cody's still going feuding with Owens.
Right.
Next night on Raw, Gunther's new challenger was Damian Priest, the guy he was feuding with before. That's continuing on. Liv, whoever Liv's being stuck with now, Io, actually, because Io won the Battle Royal Monday night. Yep. They're going to go on her with something new. And Nia Jax's still over there with Naomi, Bayley, and Tiffany. So everybody's main built storyline does not get affected. It does not get affected, win or loss. Yeah. And I'll succeed that it was just a gimmick if they don't do this again next year.
Yeah.
But to me,
that's my only, and you're absolutely right. And that's my only complaint out of all of it. Whatever. I mean, you've got Liv Morgan happier than fuck winning this thing. And that's more than I can say about anything else about the history of the titles, the lineage of the title, whatever. She felt like it mattered to her. And you could tell that not only did it matter to her, but not kayfabe, it mattered to her. You know what I mean?
Not kayfabe, it mattered. No, that's fair. Okay, I get that.
Like, Cody, fuck, he's on top of the fucking world right now. This is just one more thing to add to his collection.
Absolutely.
This isn't something that Liv is going to add to her collection. This is something that she's going to cherish for the rest of her life. And you could tell based on how she reacted at the end of the show. Not just here. Although I believe she did cry at the end of the actual match too. But you could tell that this mattered to her. And that's all for her. The match itself. Why are we doing heel versus heel though?
Because do you hot shot the title for a week?
Yeah. Then you don't get Liv. And the other thing is that I guess it worked only because you had so many built-in pieces to the story that were there. You had Tiffy come down. You had, Raquel get involved. You had Dominic be the actual leader of the match. There were so many different moving parts that I guess it was okay for this specific circumstance. Normally, I'm a huge no to heel versus heel, but this worked. This was fine.
The only other person that would have fit in this match right now to justify any title change still would have made this heel versus heel because it would have been Tiffy.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
The only thing that crossed my head, and I don't know about you. Hold on. Now, I'll bring up Canton's resort. Canton gave this a okay match for our show.
Okay.
We'll hear Fatman's in a second. It's probably like ridiculously low rated.
Yeah.
But if they don't turn Tiffy, and I really don't think they should, Tiffy would have been heel versus heel here regardless. But the question that bugged me this whole match is, had Tiffany cashed in during this match, couldn't she have won both belts?
Fun story. I was thinking, so my mind was going like 50 different directions. But one of the directions that it went, and I thought this was going to happen, she was going to cash in, not on either, but for the Crown Jewel Championship and win that.
Unless it came with the other two belts, which technically it would have. No, because if she crowns in for the crown, it is the champion of champions.
Right, but if she's cashing in on a title, which we have deduced or confirmed, I don't know what word you would use there, but stated that it can be cashed on any title. That's a title that, in theory, could be cashed on. Like, why would you go for one or the other when the best of the best title is right there?
And then you don't got to defend it, but you can't defend it next year.
Doesn't matter.
You want it.
I want it. Here's the ring. You can't take that away from me.
Dude, that leads me to want more that she should have cashed in that way and held all three belts at once. Tiffy three titles? Tiffy three time? Tiffy three time or Tiffy three? Oh, gimme.
I mean, you're not wrong. That could have also worked. I was just trying to figure out the best the most interesting way of doing that.
Dumbest
and
way.
Well, it also is the dumbest way. Well, of course it's the dumbest way. It's my
Pat
way.
would have top theory in the U.S. title. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine?
100%.
Even when they cashed in for the NXT title, women's title, or when Rumble did the women's title, it wasn't that weird. But like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, I get that. That would have been high quality hokey. Like, I didn't hate the match, and I loved all the tomfoolery too. But I am one that likes tomfoolery, and I find that WWE does tomfoolery better than anybody else because they do it with a purpose.
Yeah, and I thought that they did a great job here. I gave it 3 stars. I actually gave more than Canton did, which was honestly shocking to me. It wasn't blow off your socks great, but they did a great job.
No, they're only reserved for 5-star ratings.
Yeah, that's true. I think they did everything they put together. I thought did a great job. There it is.
Everything flowed. Every angle kept going on both sides. Had Rhea been there, there's the question to ponder. If Rhea's not injured, is she champ here?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would say it wouldn't have been as, I hate saying this, but I do believe it. I don't think it would have been as entertaining. It might have been a better quality match, but I don't think as entertaining as what this ended up being.
Fatman, what did he rate it before we go on to the next one?
Okay. He said this wasn't a good match. It was around 8 minutes and they just tried to cram as much shit in as they could and didn't flow right. This will be the first time we will hear me say this, but it's a Nia Jax match that needed to be longer. Weird, right? Right kid died at least. 5 stars.
Holy shit, this is amazing.
Unbelievable.
This is such a record. Four matches in a row, 5 stars for him. This must be the greatest pay-per-view of all time to him.
I mean,
numbers don't lie. We know Steiner math too. But if 4 or 5, that's 20 stars this man is giving out. I don't think he's given 20 stars out in his entire life.
I really think it's the girlfriend experience there.
Clouded his judgment. In what I feel should have been the second match of the night. 3-way dance for the United States Championship. L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
We don't care about copyright, Kevin. Takes on defeated Andrade and Carmelo Hayes in 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Mr. Kenton has rated this show, and I realized as I'm scrolling we missed something. Kenton gave this the deets. 3 3/4.
3 3/4. Wow. Fatman. I'll start with Fatman's. Now, this match went 9 minutes, crammed so much into it, and this match was great. The total opposite of the previous match, high spot after high spot, match of the night. 5 stars.
Oh, had to be.
Right.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I learned from adultery that your life does get happier with you having blowjobs all the time. So he definitely watched this pay-per-view full mast. This match was fucking great. Let's be honest. Like, the boys can go. They all have this weird, stupid chemistry between the 3 of them. Mm-hmm. And the fact that to me, when every single one of you cock-sucking people, and I'm pointing to you, Sleazy, and Fatman specifically, used to bitch about how many times Randy Orton fought John Cena. These cocksuckers just had 7 matches. And this is their second time they've done a 3-way between the 3 of them. I do believe. I could be wrong. I will go to Cage Match to back my information up. Okay. But I know they've wrestled a while as well. So, give me more times they wrestle because it's going to be great because they're going to get all the fucking kinks out anyways.
Okay.
I say just because you guys used to bitch about, oh my God, Randy Orton and John Cena are fighting again. So I'm sick of it. And people online too, where, they're always wrestling all the time. Blah,
yeah,
blah,
but they didn't change the match. And it was they didn't change the match, and the match wasn't exciting to begin with. That was my problem with it. It wasn't necessarily that they were fighting all the time. You give me Will Ospreay versus Ricochet 15 times in a row, I'm going to watch every single one of those, and I'm going to fucking come in my pants every single fucking time. I don't give a fuck like Bruce Pritchard makes a point of this. Like, yeah, well, first match, your first course, you're going to get steak. And you're like, yeah, that's great, steak. And then the second course is steak. And you're like, yeah, maybe steak, really good. And the third course is steak. And you're like, maybe, okay, I guess I can eat the steak. And the fourth match, or the fourth course is steak. And you're like, yeah, fuck steak. No, I love fucking steak. Give it to me every fucking meal. I don't give a fuck.
Fair. There was another triple threat match, but live events. Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, just as including live events, have been in the same match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 since July 2024.
Wow. 12 matches.
Best of 7 series, 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 triple threat, and then Carmelo Hayes just went 3 straight on the UK tour on live events. So they were 3-3 and 1 on TV. And then Carmelo Hayes is smoking him on the live events. This is also your current WWE Men's Speed Champion, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Which, again, is the title. Candice LeRae has a championship on the main roster of WWE, and I absolutely fucking love it. They're wrestling a lot is what we're trying to get at since July, and they're putting on burger after burger after burger. It's like, you can't knock it. It's great.
I'm gonna knock it because it's triple threat. Because that's my shtick. But for a triple threat, it was really good.
Second highest rated match on Cage Match at 7.48 based on 283 votes.
Wow. I gave it 3.5 stars. So.
No, and you can't knock any of it on how they did. Like, it was so good. What do we got? Canton gave it the DT rate. So we will go back a bit because it was a great match. Everyone talked about it. But there was a segment in between. Orton and Owens segment.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was supposed to be a match and it wasn't. Supposedly,
so,
obviously.
Well, that's why I called it a segment. I think this is being... I have one thought and then one crazy thought about all this. So the thought is their match is happening at Saturday night's main event.
Makes sense.
The crazy fantasy booking is these are your 2 Fatman for War Games.
I don't think so.
I know. The other idea is Sammy and either Rock or whatever fucking Samoan he drags out of the ditch.
Well, Lance has been signed since the summer, so.
That's Haluko?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the main rumor I seen. It was going to be Rock or somebody that's Samoan, and Cody was going to be the one on the other side for 5-on-5. My crazy theory is this is the 5-on-5. This is the 5th person on his team because Owens has just snapped so much that he's fought the original bloodline for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody's breaking into my camera. But yeah, so they fought for so long at this point. You know what I mean? Like, Owens just finally snapped. So I think it's crazier and funnier if Owens is the 5th man for Survivor Series in Vancouver.
I mean, especially when it's in Vancouver, right? You know? Because he's going to get cheered because it's Canada.
Regardless. Yeah.
Yeah. He is Bret Hart of this generation in that respect because he's never going to get fucking booed.
No. He, as well as Sami Zayn, are smart enough that they can get booed.
Okay, fair. Yeah. They can make it work. Yeah.
Like, Owen Hart was smart enough that even in Canada after the fact, he could get booed if he needed to. Proper good heels will do that, right? Yeah. I enjoyed, because I searched for Reddit, we will talk about Reddit, but I enjoyed the fact that the Reddit immediately jumped on Orton already paid his fine for this RKO. Because when he RKO'd fucking Aldis, he handed him a check for $100,000. What's that for? The next time. And then it immediately cuts to this RKO. Finally, we touch on the main event of the evening. for the inaugural Men's Crown Jewel Championship. And after 23 minutes of hard battling, Cody Rhodes, who is the double champion, because he has the undisputed and the WWE title, I'll go on that right in a second, defeats Gunther, who is the World Heavyweight Champion. To me, this was match of the night. I thought it was fucking great. And the reason I liked it more than anything else is, here is your seeds for your face, Gunther. Here's the seeds planted. This moment. Right after that match.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He didn't respect Sammy when Sammy beat him. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Here's my problem with the match itself. From a technical perspective, this was a great match. Okay. They did a great job of wrestling. Okay. I don't think Saudi wanted that. Because at one point they were doing the wave, they were chanting random shit. They could not give a fuck less about this match until the very end. And that's unfortunate because both of them worked their ass off.
Oh, bless you.
Jesus. There's a little white.
Oh, yeah, no, the cocaine was earlier.
Okay. Well, I when you did it, you know. No, I'm just being honest, you know.
I know boogers are boogers,
TK, you know. Allegedly. No, I gave it 3.5 stars. It was not my match of the night. Obviously, I already said that the Fatal 4-Way tag match was, but this wasn't a bad match. And I think had they had it someplace else, it would have been a higher rated match for me.
Because, is that the main event? Your two main champions?
Yeah. And that's what's kind of surprising to me. I think the winner was never in doubt because you're never giving it to Gunther.
Why not? Look at the run he's had this year, mind you.
Yes, absolutely. And I 100% believe that there was no way Jay Briscoe was winning the Ring of Honor Championship, and there was no way Cody Rhodes wasn't walking out of here with that fucking ring on, because you and I both know that if anyone's going to take that ring and show it to every single fucking person in the goddamn world when he's on a media tour, it's going to be Cody fucking Rhodes.
I think Gunther would have had a better time with it, the ring, had the face seed planted not happened. Gunther should have won, because him with that ring would have been like MJF with the Dynamite Diamond ring.
100%.
Like, and he only would have, and it wasn't, to me, it wasn't so cut and dry that Cody was definitely winning. Doesn't hurt Cody to take a loss.
I agree, especially with the way they had framed it, and especially the way they had Gunther work it. You could have flashed him, you know, done a flash pin on Cody. You could have done like
Owens.
Yeah.
The gimme is right there.
The gimme is right there too. I wouldn't necessarily. Here's the problem with that. You already did it for the other match.
What? Run-ins?
Run-ins.
So you're saying you shouldn't book multiple run-ins and matches on the same show?
For the same title.
I mean, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying it's literally the same fucking, you know, title, same match. Make one of them a little bit more pure than the other, especially when you had two wrestlers wrestling, you know, in a like
wrestling match,
catch wrestling match. But yeah, I'm conflicted about that too. You know, I think Gunther being the ring general
with
the ultimate prize of having a ring, you know, it makes the most sense.
Some things are gimmies. Yeah. Some things
right.
Like, why didn't you do this? Kenton gave this 4 stars, which is, to me, as much as I hate ratings, that's pretty acceptable for this. For the rare time that like numbers pop up when a match is super good, I think like a 4 is acceptable. Right.
Makes sense.
What did you give it?
I gave it 3.5.
Oh, okay. And we haven't heard from Fatman yet.
We haven't heard from Fatman. his stats. Man, I don't know. I thought this match would have been better than what we got. It's still very solid and really good match, but it was just missing something. Plus, the ending fell flat to me. Wrong kid, 100% died. Doesn't really jive with his rating because he rated it 6 stars.
Wow. I think it's the highest match he's ever rated.
I believe it is, considering he never rates anything above 5 stars. He gets on my ass for rating the other. What I can't. It was Osprey and I'm blanking on his name, but I rated that 5.5, and he gave me so much shit for that because
Osprey Danielson.
Yeah, it was like it was perfection in a match, and I rated so many 5-star matches that year that it was better than them, but yeah, whatever. But he's going full 6 here. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah, 0 to 6 for him this show. This is the greatest show. Like overall to him, this is the best pay-per-view that's ever pay-per-viewed.
Yeah, well, that's what he says. Overall, it was a good show, but not great. There's nothing on this show that you need to go out of the way to see. The only thing that the show did to further any storylines was in the Bloodline match. First of all, 100% disagree with that. Other than that, it was a throwaway show. 11 out of 10.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, fuck.
I think
they must be some great hand jobs.
Right? Handy post match. He's like he's writing the match notes down, and then he gets the handy when he gets to the rating.
As he's right to the yeah, fuck. I enjoyed it. I liked it. They've had better, but like they've had better this year. Like wait. Canton rated it 7.25, 7.5 out of 10. Like it was a high rating for him. And then we look at his other ratings, they're like 8.5, 8.5, 8, 8, 8. So like WWE side alone, pay-per-views have been fucking phenomenal this year. AEW pay-per-views have been mostly phenomenal this year to me. It's been 2024 has been the greatest year in wrestling in a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you're looking on both sides of the aisle, there's been a lot of great shows, a lot of great matches.
Yeah, names are coming, names are growing. Mm-hmm. Now that we can shoot the shit a little bit about the Reddit nonsense, and absolute first thing I found is fucking gold. It's from SC Jerk, because I love SC Jerk. And the caption is, of course, NXT cheated. It's not the fault of all excuses wrestling that they lost the demo Wednesday night, because Dave Meltzer responded to somebody. The comment was NXT was on a different night before, so that isn't a disadvantage. But Meltzer was, for sure it was. Apparently Wednesday night, them being on a different night and having the ECW arena and the ECW nostalgia won that night. It had nothing to do with anything else that people wanted to watch. It was just for the ECW. It had nothing to do with WWE. In the past couple of weeks, NXT has been beating Dynamite on a different night. So when they beat him on the same night, it's clearly another issue.
Okay. First of all, you know me.
Yes, I do.
Mr. One and Done Jeopardy champion won what?
The ECW one.
Okay.
It's a straight ECW one.
I want tickets that were way too expensive to an ECW reunion show WrestleMania week.
Oh, that was the second greatest show Fatman's ever been to.
Exactly.
Chikara being the first.
Right? Here's my thing. I could have gone to the show in person. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, maybe. I don't know, he says.
Well, only because I've kind of been banned from there.
I love how you're like, I kind of been banned from there.
Kind of been banned. As in, I'm pretty sure I'm banned. But
I'm definitely banned from there.
But the other piece of this is I could have watched the show because it was on CW. It's not that hard to find.
So that, to me, especially here in Canada, I'll ask, like, the difference on being on CW compared to being on TBS. Wouldn't you be in more homes on TBS? And I'm not trying to say this to knock AEW. I'm not trying to be like, oh, WWE's better. It is a legitimate question because I am in Canada. Channels are different up here, and our CRTC and all that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right. The major difference between the two is that CW as a whole is network TV. So that means if I got a big fucking antenna outside, I can watch the CW. Okay. In most markets here. So in theory, technically speaking, CW is in more homes than TBS/TNT because TNT and TBS are cable only networks. You can only watch them if you pay for cable or you pay for satellite or you pay for YouTube TV or soon if you pay for Max. So that in of itself shrinks how many households could potentially have access to your show. Now, a lot of people still have cable, so it's not that much, but there are so many more people that could potentially watch it because it's free TV.
Fair enough. So, as the TBS part of it aside, like channel-wise, to me growing up, TBS was a special channel. Like you get so many, and like in my hometown, it was channels. We had like 25 channels, maybe, and TBS was a just random one that we had in fucking buttfuck nowhere, Newfoundland.
Right.
That's how I used to get my, because WCW Saturday night, something to watch Saturday night. I always had it compared to the Garage and stuff. But this week, I was in the first time in a long time channel surfing. Absolutely, I was, because I'm a wrestling fan. I like both fucking feds. So I'd watch NXT, and if of course went on, I'd go over to Dynamite, and then I'd get lost to Dynamite. But I'd always be like, oh, okay, at least once for both shows and both feds. I was watching AEW, and I went, oh, fuck, right, something good's on NXT. So I went over to NXT to finish watching it. And during the NXT, I was like, all right, this was on AEW. But if you look at how these shows opened, one opened with a hardcore match in a story with two women. The other opened with a mic spot from Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate. I thought it was very fucking funny that the show that opened up with the promo has the fan base that bitches about wrestling shows that open up with promos. And the fed that opened up with promos opened up with back-to-back matches with a segment in between. And it was that really being jumped from behind.
Right.
Like,
there's something to be said about that, honestly. And you want to sit here and you know, fuck around about, oh, well, so-and-so's show is better than the other one, and it's because of this, and this. It's wrestling, guys. Different things happen at different times because that's what wrestling is. You know, not everyone's going to be in a match every time because, as people will say, steak.
But you got more steak? I'm a man who'll turn around and be like, hey, steak, eh? And to be so full of steak and get meat sweats and be like, any more of that steak?
Why do you think I love all you can eat Korean barbecue?
That's a funny pet name for Michelle, but okay. I saw an interview with Moxley about this too. And he says, he's like, I'm unapologetic about his love for the hardcore deathmatch style. I love watching that shit. It's still wrestling, and like there's still an element of it's wrestling, not real, and then there's wrestling. Like to smash a light tube over somebody's head, as long as you don't got your eyes open and don't get anywhere, looks cool, will always look cool. It shatters, it smashes. It's like, oh, and it's a light tube, so you're always questioning shit. When they're bumping on it during the match, I'm just like, oh, you know what I mean? But I get it takes away from trying to sweep it off during.
Right.
But I'll never forget watching DJ Hyde have fucking needles thrown through his mouth and then eat a super kick on a random indie show. And people going, that's disgusting. And then I got to watch fucking Hangman Page and Swerve do some random shit like that. And I went, that's fucking sick.
I think there's a time and place for it, for one. Fair. GCW is the time and place, usually. Occasionally AEW, but mainly GCW. I think I've softened a little bit on it, but there are still spots that I see out there that I'm like, absolutely not.
Like
cinder block spots. Is one of my biggest fucking what the fuck are you doing moments. And like top rope cinder block senton spots onto nothing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And to be fair, there are people that we interviewed very recently who's managed people who do those types of spots, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? But there's a subset of those types of spots that I'm like, either for danger reasons or for it just doesn't look good reasons, shouldn't be involved.
Yes, but it just doesn't look good is a shit way of looking at it to me, because if it does look good, it's great. And if it don't look good, it's shit. Like it's just high risk. I would call it, high risk, high reward. You fuck up, you fuck up.
In so many ways. Yeah. They're in multiple different ways, not just from an injury standpoint, but from a look standpoint and from a should that have closed the match standpoint. You know, it looks so gnarly that should have been the finish, and you're kicking out at 1, you know, because you had 10 more minutes of the match that you needed to fill up. You know what I mean? There's that piece too. So
I found the quarter hour breakdowns, viewers in thousands between NXT and Dynamite, just because I thought it was funny. At no point during the evening does AEW have more viewers than Dynamite.
Okay.
The closest being you'd have to split quarters, and their second quarter for AEW had 575,000, while the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixth quarter in NXT had 563.
Okay, so their lowest segment match was beaten once.
Yeah, and that was when you compare what was on the TV shows. Darby Allin Orange Cassidy versus Claudio and Peck. The rest of the match, the beatdown, the collaboration coming out. And the NXT thing was the post-match with Devon Dudley, Adonis backstage angle, Fatal Influence promo, Tony D'Angelo, Annunzio. Oh, there was a lot of shit going on in that fucking little quarter.
But it's all promo.
Yeah.
No wrestling.
And they had just the all tangled Knoxman. But I don't want to see AEW fail. I don't, because I enjoy it. I like watching it. I like Wednesday nights and pay-per-views and shit like that. But motherfuckers, come off your goddamn high horse about some shit. Like,
yeah.
To me, anyways, come off your fucking high horse on some shit. Because it's just too much. One's not better than the other. Most of the time, it's preference on what you like. But if you really want to look at the shit that makes one more better than the other, it's WWE, boss. The global scale, the money they make, the talent. That's great that you have, we have bangers all the time. No, you don't.
I love both companies. There's no joke about that. I mean, we've talked about this. I want everybody to succeed, because when everyone succeeds, everyone makes money, and that's what the business is all about.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who thinks any differently than that doesn't understand how the professional wrestling business works. You can have banger match after banger match after banger match after banger match, but it doesn't matter if they're not bringing millions of dollars and millions of dollars and millions of dollars. That's just the reality of professional wrestling, because we are Kearneys and that's what we do. And money is our blood. And in some cases we bleed on it, and then it becomes blood money. And then you go into a fucking gas station fucking 10 minutes after you're fucking goddamn out of the road, when the fucking match is done and the ring's down, and you're like, I just need a fucking goddamn Coke. And you pull out $2 and $1 blood on it. And the guy's like, I'm not going to take that. You're like, what the fuck? It's dried. It's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And they're like, no, I can't. And then you're like, the best thing I got is a 20 from the promoter because, of course, you got paid $20 for this fucking death match that you were in, and you give them the 20, and they're like, I don't have enough change to break the 20, so you'll have to buy something else. You're like, motherfucker, god damn it. I just want a fucking Coke. I've been here for like 2 fucking hours trying to get a goddamn Coke. Trying to buy something, so you get like, fuck this. And you just get pissy and throw the Coke. You go out and you're like, oh shit. Well, there's at least a McDonald's over there, and go in there. And you get in there and they're like, I just want a fucking Coke. Yeah, well, that's $2.99.
Tell me who made this important quote. The AEW belt is like a toy, a trinket, an ornament on a Christmas tree. The belt I want is the IWGP.
That would be Mr. Terry Bollea.
Being I said the AEW belt, not
fuck
the WWE belt.
No. This is definitely 100% Terry Bollea.
Oh, fuck. That was SC Jerk again. And they said that Kenny Omega. Oh, fuck. It kills me. Another great thing. Another day 6 of 30. And I'm going to have to find the rest of them. Day 6 of 30 with more John Cena or wrestlers than Orange Cassidy. Curry, man.
Wait. What? What is this?
Day 6 of 30. Wrestlers that have more of a John Cena aura to them than Orange Cassidy. And day 6 was Curry man. Day 5
has to be
the
Shark Boy.
Listen, I gotta type in John Cena and see if I can get all of them. Because if Curry man is day 6, Curry, yeah, fuck yes, so good. Day 6. Right off the bat, this list is fucked. Because day 1 was the Phantasmo guy. Day 2 or day 3 was the Maestro. Day 5 was Shark Boy.
Ah, yes. Oh, shell yeah.
Day 2 was, I do believe, Who.
Who?
Remember when Jim Neidhart dressed as Who? Who? Oh, and we have the Mountie. Oh, there's a bunch. I'm sorry.
Horror mouth.
I did a bunch. There's a bunch. Arachnaman is here. That makes it even better. Oh, fucking God. I love SC Jerk more than anything else.
Yeah, but the Mountie? Come on. The Mountie?
1 day total reign. 1 day total reign. No, I don't need to be... He does. The fact that they had to change their fucking theme song over that.
Right.
We're not the Mounties. We don't want people afraid of the Mounties in Canada. Boss, they didn't do anything anyways. If anything, I wanted to be a Mountie more so because of the fucking Rougeos. I knew what they are. They were deadly. Funny picture. The Pornhub kid, Bald Michaels, dancing on the grave of Tony Khan. He's just dancing on top of a casket.
We need to see that.
So, I guess I can do a couple of these now. I'll just bring it up. San Zappy got fucking banned on Twitter or on TikTok.
Oh yeah. So that's actually really big because it wasn't just him. They went to town.
A bunch of people, but again, doing dumb shit. Because realistically, they got away from it so long, and they know how fucking tangled WWE is anyway, shape, or form. Live reacts with the sound and shit being played. That's what your killer was, I guess. We got nailed for copyright because of 5 seconds of Real American.
Yes. So U.S. copyright law has a section carved out for fair use, and fair use includes reviewing stuff, which is one of the reasons why OSW review gets a pass for the most part, but they constantly have to fight WWE, AEW, whoever they're using footage from, because the bots are like on top of them all the time. Like they constantly are getting copyright struck, and then they have to go back and appeal it because they are, legally speaking, doing everything in their rights to be able to do it. Okay.
Okay.
Sandazap and the others it's a lot more gray because you're watching entire shows because they were doing lives that were entire shows and then clipping it after the fact too.
Okay.
So
they poked the bear twice.
Yeah, I get why he was doing it, and I think it was from a content perspective. I think it was fine, but eventually, well, I think the nail in the coffin was somebody showing up with a Santa Zap sign in Crown Jewel. I think that's what caused all this.
And that's what murdered him?
Well, yeah. Well, blood money, you know.
Blood money.
We should be calling this blood money. The TWS
we should call this episode Blood Money. Fuck yeah.
Damn. Oh, well.
So, sucks for them, but him and I saw another one on Facebook. I'm going to have to find their name so I can shout them out. But I see what they do. They do a couple of fun things. One of the things they do is, I'm going to start a timer. You have 1 minute to ask me as many questions as you can to find out what wrestler I have on my screen here.
Oh, I love these. So spoiler, for people who don't know, I love Magic the Gathering. And I know this is way off topic, but Gavin Verhey does this, but he does it with Magic the Gathering cards. So
okay.
This is going to be great.
Okay, so let me get my timer started.
Oh God, this is going to be terrible.
And what I loved about this is I saw him do it a couple of times. Another couple of skits that these other guys do is name a better wrestler than speak when you hear a better wrestler than X, and then you go down the list of people who they might or might not speak with. Okay, so when I say go, you ask as many questions as you can, and I have your timer going here now. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Male?
Yes.
Champion. WWE champion.
Currently?
Yeah, current champion.
No.
Okay. Is he in WWE?
Undetermined.
Okay. So is he a free agent?
He would be a freelancer.
Okay. Is he Japanese?
No, he's not Japanese, but I'll give you a caveat that do you consider anybody signed under a Legends deal a freelancer?
Yeah, they're freelancer because they can go anywhere.
Okay, just to make sure. So, okay, yeah, we're 38 seconds in.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Current, so obviously it's WWE legend then. Fuck.
I'll double it to 2 minutes because there's extra questions you should ask, but yeah.
Yeah, because I'm now blank.
I know, yeah.
So live, has he ever won the WWF championship?
No.
Has he ever won the WWF Intercontinental Championship?
No.
Has he ever been a tag team champion of any type? Okay, so he's a former tag champ. Did he ever work as a jobber? A Barry Darso, that kind of.
I would assume early in his career, but it
is he
wouldn't be
more
as well known?
Okay, is he most well known as being part of a tag team?
No.
Oh wow! Oh shit! Has he ever performed in TNA?
Yes.
Has he ever performed in Ring of Honor?
No.
Has he ever performed in WCW?
Yes.
Has he ever performed in New Japan Pro Wrestling?
I can't guarantee yes or no.
Okay. So has he ever won a WCW title of any type?
Yes.
Was the tag title that he won in WCW?
Yes. He won a tag title in WCW.
Fuck!
And 2 minutes.
Oh, God.
Give me a guess.
Oh, God. I'm going to go with Lex Luger. No, he was WWE champion. No, it didn't matter.
Lex Luger wasn't WWE champion.
No, he wasn't. Well, he held the belt. Oh, DDP. DDP. That was
when he started going down that path, I was like, fuck. Oh, you want to get to as soon as you're like TNA, I was like, okay. But that was my caveat on the Legends. He signed to a Legends deal. Would you count that sign to WWE?
No, because they can show up anywhere as Legends.
Fair enough.
I could go like who just showed up at, that had a legend deal recently.
JBL.
Yeah,
But JBL,
he's on
going
a
everywhere.
legend deal. And he's on TV. He's on TV.
Fair.
So yeah, I would say he would be freelancing if he was on a legend deal.
But just that 2 minutes alone, the answer was DDP. Think about the amount of questions you asked on who that could have fucking been then.
Oh yeah, I said somebody that didn't even that violated my questions because Lex Luger never showed up in TNA.
No. Well, yes, he did.
Did he?
A one-off, not to wrestle though.
Oh, true, yeah. But when I think of that, I think of to wrestle.
Okay.
So
I got another one ready to go if you want to try, and if you want to flip it the other way.
Yes,
like if you want to. Yeah, okay. So cool. I got another one here to go, ready to go up on the screen itself.
Okay.
Reset. Let me light my joints, sir. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alive?
Yes.
Male?
Yes.
Currently signed somewhere.
No.
Freelancer?
Retired.
Okay. Last time he had a match was in the 2010s.
What a guess, yeah.
Oh wow. So recently retired. White?
Yes.
Okay, white retired wrestler. Is he known? Okay, is he a former WWF champion?
He is a former WWF champion.
Okay. Was he a former WWE champion?
No, he's a former WWF champion.
Okay.
We're a minute in.
Oh fuck. Former WWE. Was he known for wrestling in WWF?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was truly a WWF. Did he main event a WrestleMania?
Yes.
Did he main event a Rumble?
Yes.
Did he win a Rumble?
Yes.
Okay, so he won a Rumble. He's a WWF champion.
30 seconds.
Is he a WWE Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Ooh. Has he ever won the WWF Intercontinental Championship?
Yes, he did.
Is he a Triple Crown winner?
He is a Triple Crown winner.
Is he a Grand Slam winner?
No.
Oh, fuck. Now I got pulled names from that.
2 minutes is up, sir.
Oh God. I have him. Now let's see if I can pull it. Triple Crown champion that retired. Last match was in 2010.
The 2010s. You
2010s. Yeah.
I can tell you his last match on because again, cage match. But it's gonna be the weirdest, I'll give you a minute, I'll bring it up just to bring up his last official match. He teamed with John Cena and defeated Ricardo Rodriguez and Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, okay, so that went completely sideways. Duggan? No, it can't be Duggan. No. Bret Hart, yeah.
When you started naming out and you did this fucking Triple Crown, I was like, you're gonna nail this so fast. And then when you asked the Grand Slam, I was like, no, and I was like, there's not many people that didn't that hit that criteria.
Yeah,
which makes me want to go wonder why as I share the screen,
right?
Because I want to go look at Triple Crown champions that would have wrestled in 2010. Because I didn't think about that far ahead. Because you got real specific with good questions then, personally.
Yeah, it's hard though. It really is hard.
Is what I like about it. And this is a segment I wanted to start doing on After Dark going forward. Anyways, when I started seeing it, so now
I love it. Love it. Well, in the future I'll bring a list.
Dude, The original Triple Crown, Diesel, because he would have had a match in WWE in the 2010s.
Yep.
I
was thinking like Sean or Sean wouldn't work because he won the European
Grand Slam. Yeah.
Kane was Triple Crown for sure, but I couldn't remember if he had won the European title or not.
No, but Kane had the hardcore when the hardcore was considered.
Okay, so he would have been out because that was my first thought was that ridiculous match in Saudi because we had been talking about Saudi. So, wow.
You got one ready?
I do. Now, keep in mind that I'll let you take the 2 minutes, but this is going to be terrible. But I'll do because I may not have the answers as quick as you.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay. I'll try to. Okay.
So, in fact, just for that, give yourself 3 minutes.
Just because you don't get the answers right away? Okay, fair enough. Okay. So I'll hit start and then I'll start asking?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Are they Japanese?
No.
Current active?
Yes.
Are they active in WWE?
No.
Are they active in AEW?
Yes.
Ooh. Have they been a champion in AEW?
Yes.
Singles?
Yes.
Kenny Omega?
No.
Are they currently a champion in AEW of any form?
No.
But they're currently active. Are they in a stable currently?
Technically, no.
Have they been in AEW since 2019 in the birth?
I believe so, yeah.
So a champion from the beginning, but they're not a champion. Is Darby Allin?
No.
Fuck.
In fact, I will caveat that they were not in the 2019, but 2020 on.
So close on from COVID. Okay. Yeah. Are they injured active or just they're wrestling on TV?
They're
because the answer was so it's not Eddie Kingston.
Well, let me quickly look here because I actually don't remember last time.
If there is, yeah. So are they injured? Would be my question then.
Yeah, he's currently injured.
Is it Eddie Kingston?
Yes, it is Eddie Kingston. I was looking like, wait a second, he hasn't had a match. He hasn't been back yet. But yeah, his last match was May 11th.
Minute 40.
Well done. In fact, it was the last match he had was him dropping the strong open weight title, Gabe. So.
And he signed AEW.
Yeah. Signed in 2020.
And this is and that's another way to look at this too. I picked 2 older names and you picked a more recent name. I find like they are like I'm gonna have a recent name for you next time I ask you to go somewhere because I already got them up. I already have and I caveat 1 for your 2 minutes before I hit start, sir, is they are currently wrestling and active.
Okay.
Go.
Male?
Yes.
White?
No.
Black?
No.
Asian?
No. We can't just go down to races.
Well, I'm sorry, but that cuts down a lot of pieces.
Fair enough. I just figured we were on the up and up.
White, black, Asian. Who's left? Australian?
Yeah, but when you say white, dude, like there's such a rate, like Sheamus White and Miz White, like.
Well, technically, Asian's also
whitish.
Whitish. Okay. Well, let me throw this out.
I'm going to reset your timer.
I got no extra information here.
Go.
Over 40.
No.
Okay. Over 30.
Yes.
The fact you had to look says a lot. Currently in WWE.
Yes.
Won a championship in the last 6 months.
Yes.
Ooh. Current champion.
No.
So lost within the last 6 months. NXT brand?
On the NXT brand?
Yes.
No.
Currently SmackDown.
No.
So Raw. Okay. Well, assuming he's currently active. He's not injured at all.
Currently active, not injured.
Okay. His last match was in the last month.
Yes.
On the Raw side. Is it Jey Uso?
It fucking is.
Yes! Yes!
That was the one I had up to. So good.
Well done. Yes.
And that's so good. I love it. I'll pop up another one real quick.
Yeah,
Because again, to me, to get the flow of these is really good too, right?
Okay, so I will do one that's older.
Yeah, just to see if I get a bit more harder. Yeah.
Yeah, this. Okay, so we're good.
Okay.
Once again, 3 minutes because
Answer the question quickly. I get it. Okay. Reset and go. Male.
Yes.
Former world champion.
Yes.
Former world champion WWE.
Yes.
Question mark. Were they world champion anywhere else?
Yes.
Older. Did they wrestle WWEs in the 90s?
Yeah, he would have.
He would have. Ooh. Had they left WWE and came back?
No.
Had they wrestled in the 2020s?
No.
And they're a former world champion in the WWE. Is it Psycho Sid?
No.
Fuck. Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah, just bam.
Are they a Grand Slam champion?
No.
Are they a Triple Crown champion?
I don't think so.
You don't have to say what, but have they held any other title besides a world title in WWE?
Yes.
Fuck. See? Older ones are harder.
They are harder. They're definitely harder.
Did they win the world championship in the 90s?
Yes.
Did they win a world championship in the 2000s?
No.
Can't be Shawn Michaels. Can't be Big Show. Can't be Kane. Fuck. Bruno Sammartino.
No.
You said they didn't win another belt besides the world title, or they did?
They did.
Is it Yokozuna?
No.
Fuck. So I'm just going through the fucking things now to ask more questions. Are they American?
Yes.
See, they didn't win a world title in the 2000s. What's the fucking kicker here now? I'm past 2 minutes, so now I'm in the crunch time before I get my last.
They did not. Yeah, they did not win anything.
Did they win a world title in the 80s? Or any title in the 80s?
I believe so, yeah.
But they're a world champion in the 90s too.
Yeah. I'll double check.
Bob Backlund.
It is not Bob Backlund.
Fuck, that was so good. Then Kevin Nash.
Nope.
No, he's a Triple Crown champion. Stone Cold won the Triple Crown after. Rock did. Is it Mankind?
It is not.
Fuck. I got no other questions coming to my head, and my 3-minute timer is up. So I got one last guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the Ultimate Warrior.
You're very close.
Fuck.
Very close.
Macho Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed Macho Man.
Fuck's sake. Hold on now. You said he didn't win a world title anywhere else?
No, he did.
Oh,
WCW.
And that's what, yeah, okay.
Yeah. The only question I was wondering is if he won the Intercontinental title at all in the 80s. That's why I was like, I don't think he did.
He did though.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of like, I'm not
WrestleMania fucking 3, dude.
Oh yeah, well, duh.
I'll take the loss on a caveat because even that the Warrior one.
No, I said yes to that. I did say yes to that. That he did win the title in the 80s.
Okay. But that was the one you were questioning. Yeah.
I said the correct answer, but I was questioning it because I wasn't thinking WrestleMania. I was thinking, did he win like the tag titles or something else in that era? Like,
trying to think. Okay.
Or did he win the WWF title in the 80s?
Fair enough.
Stuff like that.
Another recent one.
Okay. I'll try.
Well, like I said, now is the time we'll do one or two to get our kinks out. So when we pop this on the bars next week, it'll be much better.
Oh yeah.
Or the week after. 1, 2, 3, go.
Newer, current WWE star?
They are currently active in the WWE.
Injured?
No, currently wrestling.
Currently on the NXT brand.
No.
Currently on the Raw brand.
Yes.
Oh. Does he move back and forth between Raw and SmackDown?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. They jump back and forth.
Okay. So they're a big enough star that they would bounce back and forth.
So they're on both Raw and SmackDown would be the better way to say it.
Okay. Current champion?
Yes.
Cody Rhodes?
No.
Okay. Well, there's Gunther?
No.
So IC champions?
We're a minute in, sir.
Are they a current secondary singles champion?
No.
Are they a current tertiary champion?
No.
But they're champion.
Mm-hmm.
So they're tag. Are they current tag champion?
Yes.
Oh fuck. Are they? Is either one of them Australian?
No.
Fuck me. Oh, is it
30 seconds?
Did they recently debut for WWE?
No, God no.
Okay, so it's the other tag champions. So who are? So it's either Finn Balor.
It is not Finn Balor.
God.
15 seconds.
Are they Irish?
No, God no.
Fuck me. Who are the other tag champions? Oh God.
2 minutes has expired, sir.
Oh fuck.
I want to stop you right now. You didn't ask one very important question. You just assumed that they were male.
Male, yeah. So it's fuck. So it's the tag. Fuck me. I thought I did too.
And that's when I stopped. When you said he, I said I stopped right away and I went they. And I was like, that's got to be
motherfucker. That's a pisser because every other time I asked if they were male.
Every other time, and I was like, I'm gonna get him this time. Male, female. Every other time.
Good gravy.
We are on the last smoke segment.
Yes. Okay. Well, I don't have a. I need a.
We'll get one. Smoke takes a while. If I'm gonna have a second last smoke, just because this is fun. You know what I mean?
I need like one of those like splash screens. It's like the final.
Oh,
smoke.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
The final puff.
The final puff. So, I know we talk a lot of shit in professional wrestling and all that stuff.
I got some shit to talk about wrestling too, right? I forgot about that. I had a rant.
Yeah.
I had a question for you actually. And this is what we'll end on.
Okay.
John Cena defeats Cody Rhodes to win the undisputed WWE Championship.
Okay.
How many time world champion does that make John Cena?
So, I believe 17. What is it?
Cody Rhodes currently holds 2 championships.
Oh, here we go.
No, sir, not here we go. I made this comment on CVV on one of the fucking Facebooks. He currently holds 2 championships. If John Cena beats Cody Rhodes for that world title, he will become an 18-time world champion. If Randy Orton beats Cody Rhodes, being that he's at 15 now, he would become a 17-time world champion. They have not officially retired the Universal title yet because they still call him the undisputed WWE champion.
You know they're never going to split it back up.
They did it before.
Yeah, they won't.
The
only reason why it was still split was because they wanted to keep intact Roman's reign. Roman's reigns?
But that doesn't matter because that title reign is still going to be there regardless.
True, but as soon as Cody won it, it doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? They kept it two separate championships as long as Roman still had it.
How long has Cody Rhodes held that title?
It's been a while. 6 months, so 185 days.
215.
Has it been that long? Jesus.
Yeah. 215 days as Universal Champion and 215 days as WWE Champion. Because again, 2 belts. They
As a 2-time WWE Champion.
He is a 2-time World Champion. He is a 2-time World Champion. It is considered a world title. I sent that list. The list of titles that PWI recognizes as a world championship is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
But it makes sense.
Stupid. But great.
So, do you have Cody beat or lose to Cena to get 2 title reigns?
Absolutely not. He's going to win the World Heavyweight title off of Gunther.
I've seen a lot of that. And
It's obvious move is obvious, but sometimes the obvious move is the right move.
So then who beat Gunther takes it back from him?
I could see him being a transitional champion to another heel. Like another major heel that they want to build up. Honestly, if he was still around, it would have been Baron.
Fair.
But obviously he's not going to be around. If you look at the heel roster right now, it's kind of light still. Maybe Finn. Finn beats him.
Oh, sets up him and Damien. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
In looking this up, Goldberg is a 2-time Universal Champion. Who were the 2 people that beat him for?
Who were the 2 people that beat him for? The Rock.
For the Universal title?
Wasn't that The Rock? No, that wasn't The Rock because he beat Owens for it.
And then lost it to...
God damn, who did he
use? This is the one I thought was the gimme for you. I thought you wouldn't get the other one. Hint number 1. Both times he lost the Universal title was at a WrestleMania.
You think that would help, wouldn't it?
Yes, Lesnar? Lesnar would have been the first one. Yeah.
Bray? No. Was it Bray?
He beat Bray for the title.
He beat Bray, yeah. Who did he lose it to? Jesus Christ. You'd think I'd know. Who did he?
It was the second last champion before Roman Reigns started his reign.
Oh, Jesus.
So we were talking back in 2020, the COVID WrestleMania. Braun Strowman.
Roman, yeah. I forgot that even happened.
It's so good.
How terrible is that? I don't even remember that show.
Listen, that was a dark era that they just kind of got through, which is really good, but
yeah,
nothing was to write home about that, and we lost Kevin Owens jumping off top of a pirate ship.
We lost Kairi Sane, the pirate princess, being fucking in the middle of a goddamn pirate ship in the middle of WrestleMania. That is what hurts to me.
Sleazy, put yourself over at other things.
Oh, yeah. So we do this kind of little-known show called The Wrestling Show. We do it Tuesday nights, 8 p.m., basically where you're watching now. We're at Sleazy Fatman at X, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok, please definitely go on over there and give us a like, especially TikTok, because we want to be banned on TikTok, just like Santa's app. Find our videos at twitch.tv/SleazyFatman, youtube.com/SleazyFatman, premium stuff on onlyfans.com/wrestling show. I have not posted my tit picture there, but we will get there. Like, subscribe, favorite platform, you know the fun thing. Make sure you click that notification icon so that when we go live for After Dark, you know.
Absolutely. Sleazy, as always, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Everyone, all mine.
Episode 10 of After Dark is complete.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun.